Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to teach you how to claim land on CookieCraft. I'm also going to be showing you some other kind of features of our land claim system here. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's say you're playing CookieCraft and you find some land that you really like and you would like to build there. It's very important that you claim that land, that way nobody can break in and steal your stuff or kind of damage your base or anything that you make. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to build here. So to create a land claim, all you need to do is once you're standing in the spot that you would like to claim, is just in the chat type slash. Now when you type slash, it's going to bring up the chat because you're going to write a command. So make sure that slash is up there on the chat. Slash land create, and then you want to give a name to the land that you're created. It can be anything you want. Just make sure it doesn't have spaces in it. So I'm going to name this land YouTube Land. Okay. All right. So I just created the land claim, and you can see that this green square here, this is everything that we own. Anything we build in here will be safe. Now you can see way off into the distance those kind of red lines that popped up. That's actually a square too. So is that. Anytime you see kind of a red square or those borders, that is land that somebody else owns. But when it's green, that's land that you own, okay? Now, over time, these borders will disappear. They'll only be up for about a minute. If they disappear and you want to see them again, you can just type /view, and that will bring up the border again. Now, anything outside of a land claim, you can see in the chat, it says, I've entered the wilderness. Anything that's not claimed is considered the wilderness. When we walk in our claim, it's going to say you've entered YouTube Land, Settlement of Vethics. Okay, very cool. But let's say we want to expand our land claim. This is just not enough land. I have bigger ideas in mind. So let's say I want to expand my claim this way. Now, you notice it's made up of these squares. These squares are actually called chunks, but we won't get into that. So let's say we want to kind of expand our claim. Just go outside the border of your land claim and just do /land claim. That's all you have to do. And you can see it expanded our land claim. Now, you might have like a line that goes through here. That'll disappear over time. But yeah, so we just expanded our land claim. And now every time you claim land or expand your claim, it's going to cost money. You can see how much money you have by typing /balance. You can see I have 285,000. If you need more money, just ask in the chat. I'm sure people will be happy to help you. Okay, so that's how you create a land claim. That's how you expand it. Now, you can have multiple land claims. Each land claim is called a land, okay? And they can be various sizes, and you can see a list of all your land claims by typing /land. When you type /land, you're going to be greeted with this window. Now you can see all these different little grass blocks and kind of other icons. Everything in this menu represents a land that I own that is a different size. And you can hover your mouse over to see the name of your land. Okay. Now the one that we are going to kind of select here is the one we just made. It's called YouTube Land. And I'm going to click that. So you have all kinds of options in here. There's no way I can cover it all, but it's worth just kind of taking time going through this menu. You can see you have an inbox of different messages. Your trusted players. So now this is probably the most important thing you want to know right off the bat. You can add more people to your land claim so that way your trusted friends can build with you. So all you have to do to trust a player is go to your trusted players tab. You can see right there, Vethics, my role is the owner. And basically to trust a player, you just click this little green button right here. And now in the chat, you want to type in their name. So let's say I want to trust Onion Boots. Okay, it's a successfully invited player, Onion Boots, to the area default of your land, YouTube Land. They can now accept your invite. So when you invite somebody to your land, they have to accept that invite before they're trusted. Okay, so once they're trusted, you can go back to trusted players. Now, obviously, he hasn't accepted my invite. But you can go back there and you can promote them or you can demote them. So notice it says hold shift and left click to promote them, hold shift and right click to demote them. Now you can see it says role and then it says owner. Oh, by the way, you can just click Q while having your mouse over them to completely remove them from, like, no longer trust them, basically. Okay, but back to this. So look at that role. It says role owner. Now you have something in your land called roles, and that's right here under trusted player. Here are the different roles that you start out with in your land: visitor, ally, member, admin, and then an owner. Okay, and each one of these roles can do something different while they're in your land. Okay, now obviously the owner can do anything he wants, but a visitor is anybody who's not trusted. Okay, that would be somebody just walking on your land. They're not somebody you've trusted on your land. You can click that and you have even more options. You have action flags, you have management flags. Now your action flags are things like block breaking, right? So I'm going to click that, and you can enable and disable all kinds of different flags, okay? So let's say a visitor comes on our land. You can see by default attack players or PvP is disabled. You can enable that just by clicking, okay? Disable and enable just by clicking. Okay, if you want a visitor to harvest your crops, right now it's default, you can click that and enable it. That would let players come on and harvest your crops. There's so much here, all the way from attacking monsters to picking up items. So this is anybody who's not trusted. Once again, that's your visitor. You can go back, and then let's go to a member. Your member is anybody that's trusted, right? So let's go to member, action flags. Now, trusted players can place blocks. They should be able to break blocks too, I believe. But basically, they can do all these different things if they're a member. Okay, so those are your roles. You can play around with that. You can also create new roles. You can delete roles. You can do all kinds of things with that. And that is basically the main things that you want to know about your land. There's so much more. This is such an in-depth system, and it's worth taking a lot of time to learn the different features, because the more you learn, the more fun that you're going to have with your land claims. So, okay, that's it. And hi, hello, how are you? That's it. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, of course, you can reach out to us in-game. You can also post on our Discord. Hey, if you're looking for a good survival server, you should check out CookieCraft, and all that information is in the description of this video. Alright, that's it. See ya.